The ASYNC team entered the complex expecting to find empty, non-Euclidean hallways. Instead, they found bright yellow retail signs declaring "Everything must go," appearing to melt into the dull concrete floor. On the morning of June 19th, a research team including Dr. McCarthy arrived at this newly designated area. Initially, they treated the room as a passive quirk of the complex's geometry. Analysis showed that the corrugated polypropylene of the signs clips directly through solid carpet and concrete. There was no tearing, no cracking, and no structural displacement. When pulled, the plastic would simply crease, while the concrete remained undisturbed. As the team moved through the room, they recorded a spatial sequence. Approaching the back wall, the signs decreased in both overall scale and height relative to the floor. The environment was violating the rules of material intersection, with two solid objects occupying the same coordinate space simultaneously. To understand the nature of this intersection, the researchers moved from macro observations to a micro-scale investigation, taking physical samples from each sign substrate. Standard logic suggested these were independent, identical objects, mass-produced from a shared template, using standard steel hanging wires and screen-printed ink. However, microscopic analysis revealed the exact same surface sketches across all three signs. These random imperfections, unique to one physical object, scaled proportionally with each sign's size. They weren't factory prints, but identical instances of the exact same object. This suggests the Blackrooms was repeating a single piece of physical data across the room. The space wasn't filled with independent copies, it was repeating one object at different scales. The team began calculating the spacing ratios and arithmetic differences between the signs, searching for a pattern in their placement. While the mathematical relationship between the signs wasn't constant, their placement formed a directional trend line pointing straight into the solid mass of the back wall. Dr. McCarthy used a power saw to cut into the drywall, testing the hypothesis that a fourth sign might be submerged inside the wall itself. The hypothesis was validated. Inside the wall cavity, hovering just above the carpet, they found a fourth, much smaller sign sitting exactly along the projected path. The success of the prediction was quickly overshadowed. While filming the new cavity, the camera operator illuminated a figure resting in the darkness. The sight triggered immediate panic. A pale, rigid hand emerged from the shadows, but the team quickly realized it was just a disarticulated mannequin. By following the mathematical sequence of the signs, the team had been led directly to the first human-mimicking object found in this sector. Beyond the wall, the sequence of retail signs gave way to a domestic arrangement, including pieces of lawn furniture, a ship's steering wheel, and piles of scattered clothing. The objects were placed in a nonsensical juxtaposition. The arrangement felt intentional, as if the environment were attempting to replicate human habitation without a functional understanding of the objects involved. The atmosphere shifted when a television screen flickered to life in the dark, and mechanical sounds began echoing from the ceiling above. With the activation of the television and the sounds from above, the space moved from a static architectural anomaly into a reactive environment. Scientific composure broke down as the mechanical sounds intensified. Auditory hallucinations and the sudden environmental shifts overrode the team's training. The team abandoned their heavy equipment to flee the complex, prioritizing survival over the data they had come to collect. The measurement tools meant to quantify the space were left behind, remaining with the anomalies the researchers had attempted to study. ASYNC's documentation concludes that they found something impossible, and the Blackrooms retained its secrets. Empirical science relies on physical constants. In a realm that manipulates its own geometry to defend itself, those methods lose their utility. Subscribe for more deep dives into the ASYNC expeditions.